And now for our exclusive interview with Senator Cory Booker of New Jersey, who told me he believes while we are divided along partisan and racial lines, America's best days are still to come. But his optimism is tempered with making substantive legislation that will improve the lives and protect the future of all Americans. I interviewed the senator on a wide range of topics that affect Black and brown Americans, from marijuana to voting rights. The senator makes it very clear his concerns and what he hopes to accomplish. Senator Cory Booker, it's a pleasure to talk to you on behalf of the Black News Channel. We welcome you to our network. We're proudly not leaning to the left or leaning to the right, but we're leaning black. Let me first open this up by talking to you about your legislation for changing federal marijuana laws and how important that is to you and how important it is for the Black and brown communities of America.
Well, we've seen prohibition of marijuana for decades now. This war on drugs, specifically marijuana, has deeply impacted the Black community. You have a nation where there's no difference in usage or selling of marijuana between blacks and whites, but African Americans are almost 4 times more likely to be incarcerated for that. And what that has meant in our nation, most people think, oh, there's not that many arrests. Well, you know, in a recent year, we had more marijuana arrests than all violent crime arrests combined. And so think about this. You live in America now where people running for president, running for Senate, readily admit their marijuana usage, but you have young people from our communities who now have criminal convictions for doing what they did, and now they can't get a job, they can't get a loan from the bank, they can't get business licenses. They really have their lives, really economic shackles on their lives.
You mentioned economic shackles on their lives. How will your legislation help them alleviate that stress on their lives and to help them build better lives?
Oh, I love that you asked that, because everybody says, well, we should just legalize marijuana. Well, to me, that's not acceptable. You have to have a restorative justice element of that. And so what I want to see happen is, number one, we need to expunge all the records of people who are carrying marijuana crimes. Nonviolent marijuana crimes should not be something that people are carrying for the rest of their lives. In addition to that, we need to make sure that the money that's going to be made off of this, literally billions of dollars of tax money, is invested in communities that have been disproportionately harmed by the war on marijuana. And then you know this because we saw this with alcohol prohibition. Once they opened it up, billionaires were created in American history. We want to make sure that those business opportunities don't just go to the usual concentrated capital suspects, but it's more equitable and inclusive in terms of the business opportunities that are being created.
And Senator, you work on one of the committees that deals with entrepreneurship and small business. What would be your message to Black and brown communities in terms of getting into this kind of business to not only alleviate the problems, but also enhance their careers?
Right. Well, so from cities like Los Angeles to states like mine, the people have lobbied at the local level to make sure that there are really economic inclusion efforts going on, whether it's in the business licenses, all the way to access to capital issues are being addressed all around in a patchwork around the country. And so I'm really hoping that people are stepping up in this industry to make sure that this is going to be an inclusive industry. And I'm working on the federal level to make federal legislation that really mandates that.
And you're stepping up in a very positive way and moving the ball forward. I wanted to talk to you about another program that you have heralded, and you were the co-author of that, and that's the Child Care Tax Credit.
Yes.
As part of the American Rescue Plan. It is a big deal. As your colleague, Senator Schumer, said, it's a big effing deal.
Yes, he did. He did.
Talk to me about that.
This is one of the things I'm most proud of, is working in the Senate with Senators Bennett and Senator Brown. We saw this opportunity. Once we saw Warnock and Ossoff get elected in Georgia, we're like, wait a minute, we are in the majority now. And we started working with the Biden administration to do the biggest investment in working families in American history by making sure that we create the child tax credit fully refundable. And that has meant that all across America, starting on July 15th, for children below 6 and below, people are receiving $300 a month. For every child above, between 17 and 6, they're getting $250 a month. So if you have 3 kids under 6, you've got $900 coming to you to help you with those tough expenses. And a collateral benefit, it's not only is this helping middle class and working class families who are feeling the squeeze and the cost, everything from their kids' cleats to play sports or the co-pays for their dental, but But now you're seeing actually kids that are under the poverty line. This is actually going to cut child poverty in the black community by 50%. That's how powerful this is. And so my challenge now, we got it for 1 year, but we want to make it permanent. Because America, of the 36 richest nations, we're in the bottom 4 for child poverty. We're in the bottom 2 for programs that get money into the pockets of families in America. Well, this is affecting about 90% of American families. We want to make it permanent, so we join with other nations as being the country that puts our children and working families first.
And we've seen that Americans really support this plan, but will your colleagues on the right support the endorsement of making it permanent?
So not one of my colleagues on the right, not one Republican colleague voted for this plan, even though it's wildly popular, as you said, that working families keep more of their money. It's being paid for by closing loopholes with the wealthiest. In so many ways, this is a plan that is popular with the American people. It's a shame that no Republican in Congress is supporting that right now. But we have processes like reconciliation, that fancy term of the way in the Senate we can get something done without getting 60 votes, but just doing it with 50 and Vice President Harris, that we can get this done. So we're going to work to go through the reconciliation process to make a program that is like Social Security. My grandparents told me that here was a program that took so many retiring seniors out of abject poverty and into more security. Well, we're doing the same thing now for our children in such a big way to make sure that struggling working class, middle class families who are finding it more and more, they're finding with more month at the end of their money than money at the end of their month. We're making sure that we get financial security for our children, and I think we can make this permanent.
Senator, it's a very important step that you've taken, you and the President of the United States, and you talk about the violence of child poverty. There's also the violence that's inflicting upon our children through gun violence. I know you've been very strong in terms of fighting against that. What more can you do to get your colleagues on the right to join in with you in doing the right thing to quell the gun violence that we've seen in this country?
So this has been one of my biggest frustrations. Even when this doesn't seem to be on the major headlines, we in communities like the one I live in, I think I'm the only senator that lives in a black and brown community, you often see this violence. And so what can we do about it when you don't have Republicans that are willing to do anything that goes across the NRA? Well, number one, I'm glad President Biden has already stepped up. I had a bill with some of my friends in the House, like Stephen Horsford, that shows that by investing in communities, you don't even have to say anything, the word guns, but just by investing in strengthening community programs, you can lower violence. So we have a lot of evidence-based programs and successes there. Biden stepped up and said, well, you know what, Booker, House members in the Congressional Black Caucus, we're going to adopt some of those policies and fund them. And so now we have some good, successful programs going on. But I'm still going to fight here in the Senate to get more comprehensive gun reform done. Common sense things that we know that reduce violence. Take Connecticut, for example. They passed a gun registration program. If you need to get a license to buy a car, to drive a car, you should have a license to own a gun. It's not restricting your rights. Nobody's taking away your right to drive a car, but you have to get a license. Well, you know what that did in Connecticut? It dropped gun violence there by more than 14%. These are common sense national things that we can do that won't restrict law-abiding people from getting guns, but will help to get the guns out of the hands of criminals and make sure that we're restricting that illegal market that's fueling so much of our violence.
Senator, the Vice President and the President have supported you on a number of things that you've been trying to do legislatively as well as morally. And one of those most important things that matters most to the black and brown community, and I dare say to Americans at large, is the George Floyd Police Reform Act. You've been fighting on that long and hard. You and your colleague in the House, Karen Bass, are you any closer to getting some sort of agreement with Senator Tim Scott?
You said it. We shouldn't have a nation where we're not having more transparency and accountability in our policing. We shouldn't have a nation where the kind of lax laws allow for things like Breonna Taylor to be killed when people barge into her home without much of an announcement, if at all, or that the kind of vascular chokeholds that killed Eric Garner, or the knee to the neck that killed George Floyd. These things should be banned. And so we're making progress. I can't say it's going to get done, but I'm hoping we can get something across the line that shows meaningful change for police accountability in America.
Senator, one final question, and that is about voting rights. The President of the United States has spoken openly about it. What must he do to actually get it pass. You are a good friend, a former friend of yours was John Lewis, creating good trouble. What must be done?
I mean, this is the moral shame of our country right now, is that as opposed to moving forward to trying to do processes to make it easier for Americans to vote and participate, like having a longer voting period for those people that might work double shifts and can't vote on that one Tuesday, they have weekend opportunities. The same-day registration, things that are popular amongst Americans, we have Republicans now moving the other way and trying to make it harder to vote, restricting vote, and yes, rolling back the clock. So we don't have a pathway forward under the rules of the Senate as they are now. That's why I believe this filibuster, for this we should get rid of it and have an up or down vote in the United States Senate. The people have spoken with a majority in the House and a majority in the Senate. The filibuster is not a part of the Constitution. We should put aside that Senate rule. The people's representatives should vote their conscience on whether we want to see a continued move to restrict voting rights in America, roll back the clock, or want to have voting secured, safe, and open. And I believe that's what we should do.
Senator, our time is cut short. Of course, I could talk to you for a long time, but it's good to see you again in this role, and you've been serving this nation since 2013. Thanks for doing that. Of course, the citizens of Newark, New Jersey say hello to you all the time. You know how much they mean to you. But again, thank you for everything and talking to us here on the Black News Channel. I wish we had more time to talk to you.
I'm appreciative of the forum that you all create for dialogue and for information in the Black community, and I hope you'll have me back.
Our thanks again to Senator Cory Booker for joining us, and yes, we will have him back. We look forward to talking to him again about the very important issues that Congress must address to heal the soul of this nation.